to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Chargers 6.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. That throw into the arms of Allen.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. It's Williams on the catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Allen. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
19-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. Jalen Guyton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. That's swung out wide to Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Love. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Love now to pass on 1st down. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. First down, Love to pass. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Love looking to throw it. He gets this one to Johnson.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Love. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Love, they go play action now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On second down, this is Harris. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I love the drive they're working on here, because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Love now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Love. Flushed out right. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, Have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Madison. Madison's got a first down and then some. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, Montgomery. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. So this is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Once more, Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. David Montgomery, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing. Love. Complete. It's Johnson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Love. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Going back to Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
On 2nd and 10, Love. Johnson's got it complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, it's Harris, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled him for just a short gain.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Now Love. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Love looking to throw. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Herbert going to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally, you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the first down. You throw an incompletion on 4th.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Herbert to Guyton. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. Here we go on fourth. Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Here's Love. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime for Love. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. First throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Herbert with his first throw in OT. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all time. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, a chance at a big play in his own end zone. But instead, 3rd down coming up. Herbert to throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. That's to Freiermuth. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I'll tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. Pass caught, Miller. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 10. And the Steelers first down.
First down, Love to pass. He's got Claypool. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Love from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it. Oh,
man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So, for the Chargers, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to